Guys, for those who have watched the 3-part videos I've made about Truth Watchdog and Moire is the last lady who took a picture or a selfie with Chira right before Chira was normal. Just a few hours before Chira passed on. Moire, you know, they took a picture and Chira was wearing a jacket and an Arsenal jersey. So today we have Kandis Starr. Kandis Starr, remember guys, life is spiritual. So Kandis Starr summons dead spirits, and you know it is a sin in the Bible. You're not supposed to summon dead spirits because you know the dead have no connection with the living, right? It is wrong. God says it is wrong to summon them, but there are people who do. And that thing, it is real. There are people who summon dead spirits. Remember, even in the Bible, King Saul went to summon Samuel. And Samuel woke up from the grave, went to that lady who woke up Samuel. And Samuel came wearing clothes and holding a stick and asking, "Why are you disturbing me in my sleep? Tomorrow you and your sons will be with me in this other side, which is in death," of which it is true. Samuel and sons were no more. So summoning of the dead, we know it is real. It happens. But God has warned us not to do it. But of course, people still do them. And Kandis Starr is one of the people. And I remember the first time Kandis Starr, you know, summoned Brian Chira. You know, Kenyans went to her page and said, "Oh, we want you to summon Brian Chira." You know, lots of Kenyans have been following this issue of Brian Chira, and they went to that American lady. She's a white lady in America, and she summons dead spirits. And I've seen her YouTube channel, and she, you know, families come to her. Maybe their child was murdered. They want to find out what happened. Or, you know, their child is missing. You know, they are missing a body of a loved one. You know, she tells them that person is by the river. That person is under a tree. That person is here, there. Stuff like that. If you follow her page, she does stuff like that. So she summoned Chira. She summoned Chira, and I had to write down what she was saying because it's a long video. So here she starts by saying she can see. And by the way, this is what she was doing. She was holding a pen, and on a piece of paper she was scribbling like this, scribbling. Like, you should go to her YouTube channel and see what she was doing. She was scribbling like this, and then talking. So as she's scribbling, she's saying Chira has come to her, and Chira is explaining to her about his childhood trauma. She can see childhood trauma in Chira, and there is anger. There is anger, and there is a lot of worry. And that is at a very young age of Chira. Chira is young at this point. This is Chira's story when he was young. There is a lot of childhood trauma. There is a lot of anger. There is a lot of worry. Yeah. And then there is a movie scene. She sees a movie scene with a child being thrown like in a garbage. This child is being thrown in a garbage. And then the child is growing during late teens or early 20s. Things change. Things are changing for Chira now. And he starts to get recognized. He starts to get acceptance. Things are changing. So Chira is becoming happier. And then he starts to have fun. All over now, he's starting to have fun. He's starting to love his life now. He's starting to feel a bit better. he looks happier now. He looks happier. And then she says it's getting heavy on her. It's getting heavy. I think those summoning, those things she's doing, it's getting heavy on Kandis. And then a lot of people now are starting to accept Chira. All of a sudden, a lot of people are starting to accept Chira. But there is another group that does not accept Chira. There's a group that is not happy about Chira. And then she says, he's in a parking lot. He's seeing Chira in a parking lot now. He's with someone he's familiar with. He's with a friend, someone he's familiar with. But he feels scared, as if there is an evil eye. Yeah? He's in a building now. All of a sudden, there's a scene of a building. He's in a building now, and he's being taken to a different location. In a building with a very small room. That's what Kandis says. Chira is taking him where he was taken. In a building, in a very small room. He's being interrogated there. Chira is being interrogated, you know, asking of questions and stuff, you know. There might be many questions, maybe passwords, maybe some, you know, whatever questions. Some questions are being asked. And there's something they want from him. They want some information from Chira. Yeah? They want some information. They are asking him questions. And he's feeling scared. Chira is feeling scared and wants to get out of the room. There is a lot of sadness in Chira. There's a lot of betrayal in Chira. And he just wants to get out of that room. This is what Kandis Starr is being told by Chira now after the scribble and stuff. So something went across. Then all of a sudden, something goes across his head. Like a metal. So Kandis is saying, Chira now has been hit by something on his head, like a metal. He knows these people. He knows these people very well. Or these people are connected to each other. He knows this person who is connected to this person, who is connected to the other person, and there might be even a fourth person. There is a connection between these people he's talking to. These people are, according to Kandis, they are all connected to each other. Okay? He knows this person who is connected to the other person and to the other person. It's like a chain of 4 people connected to each other. There are 2 cars and one doesn't look like a car. I think it's the motorbike part, right? So 2 cars, one doesn't look like a car. And Chira is now laying on the road but has been hit by the car twice. Yeah? But that wound, remember, he came, by the time he's being hit by the car, he had the wound. Remember, he was hit by something earlier on. We've been told he was hit by something like a metal, like a something blunt force trauma, something like that, right? So, Kandis says his bike is there. The car hits him twice. There is a wound on the head already. Yeah, we have been told that there is a wound on the head. So, now Chira has come. Chira is telling Kandis that Chira will not find his paradise until justice is served. He wants justice, and he's pushing a group of people who are not accepting that it was an accident to keep talking. In Kikuyu we say, you know, the reason people are talking and still inquiring about what happened to Chira, it's because Chira's spirit is pushing people, pushing. I told you, life is spiritual. Pushing people. There are some people who are really being pushed, and one of them we know very well, the whole of Kenya knows, Truth Watchdog is being pushed by Chira. Being pushed, literally. Because remember, before Truth Watchdog had said, I don't want nothing to do with this case because it's too complicated. Now all of a sudden, Chira will not give Truth Watchdog rest. There's another YouTuber who was making fun and saying, you know, that Chira comes to Truth Watchdog's bed every night and tries to strangle Truth Watchdog, saying, help me, help me, help me, you have to help me. So yeah, we know they are not just Truth Watchdog. So many people, I told you guys, I even went to a South African live and they were speaking about Chira. Actually, when you scroll on TikTok, so many TikTokers are talking about Chira every other day. So there's something about his spirit. His spirit is pushing so many people. It's not giving anyone rest. It's pushing and pushing and pushing people to keep speaking because he wants his justice. So Kandis Starr is saying, Chira is telling Kandis that he wants his justice. And Chira is pushing a group of people who are not accepting that it was an accident to keep talking, because he says he's pushing them to help him to find his justice. Chira says he won't find his place or he won't find his paradise until justice is served. He's speaking and he's connecting to his fans and pushing them. Oh my God, I feel chills. I don't know. He's speaking and connecting to his fans and pushing them to talk about him until he finds justice. Ooh. Guys, I don't even want to talk further than that because I felt like chills, like no. Guys, please, if you haven't followed me, please follow me.